All right, here we go. Let's see if this works now. Oh, rewards are enabled on my channel for what?
As I was trying to tell you, there are no bullets left in this gun, you see?
Oh, cool.
Observation.
I do
This
see
is
us
a
now.
great
Looks like
opportunity
we
for
are
slaughter.
actually live.
Okay, sorry for the tech issue. Gotta hydrate. Being told to hydrate.
Hail, hydrate.
Yep. Hopefully, we didn't lose anybody. Because I know we got raided.
We've got a healthy group here.
Like, how many does it say?
I see 43.
43? Okay, yep, then everybody's stuck around. Good. Good, 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 good. Oh my god, that was a pain in the ass. Sorry about that, folks. God damn it. Alright, so once again, welcome to Tabletop Tuesday, where we talk about random nerdy shit while, I play some sort of video game, things of that nature. Yeah, scuff happens every day, of course. So, Gamera,
Yes.
I do want to share some fun news here in a minute after we get the announcements done. All right, let me get those done first. All right, so the announcements. We have our sponsors, Shock by Gaming Servers and W Energy Drinks. Click on the Shock by Gaming Server link. They do a ton of games. They rarely go down. Trust me, it's a great service. I use it frequently. Then there's W Energy Drinks, where they have caffeinated and non-caffeinated energy drink versions. They do not give you the shakes. They didn't give me the shakes anyway. And the taste is pretty good, so I'd highly recommend it. Alright, so there's that. And then there's, of course, the Stellaris Eterna, if I could type today. Stellaris Eterna Season 3, if you want to add your faction for us to encounter and either kill or make friends with, use that link, and we will help you out. Oh, apparently, by the way, we also have a reward enabled. Apparently, Final Fantasy 14 is doing some sort of reward for all the streamers for Dawn Trail. You can get a whistle mount, an XP boost, and 10 Aetheryte tickets. So the Aetheryte tickets let you teleport for free. The XP boost is kind of self-explanatory. And the whistle is a mount. So you get this weird creature that, you know, you could jump on and ride around and shit. Great times. Alright.
Very, very cool.
Very, very cool. Alright, let's switch ourselves back to the MMO. Here we go. Welcome to Final Fantasy 14. By the way, this is my cat guy. This is his outfit. I don't plan on changing it anytime soon. I might have to fix the gauntlets, though. They look a little off on him, but I can fix that. Oh yeah, face wear will be implemented soon. Yay! Alright. So remember I told you there was something I was gonna announce news-wise?
Yes.
D&D announced their, did their video today on crafting rules for D&D.
Interesting.
And, suffice to say, have you ever heard the term nothing burger?
Yeah, I have, yes.
Yeah, it's a big hopping nothing burger.
Meaning that the rules aren't substantive, or the update wasn't?
The rules weren't really substantive, all right? Let me phrase that. There were rules, and they did implement them. The biggest thing that they added for crafting rules is they gave magic items an actual formal cost.
Fantastic. That was something that 5th edition sorely lacked.
Yeah, it's something they should have done, say, 10 fucking years ago, but hey, we'll take it. Like, oh my god, it drove me up a wall. But then, the crafting rules is as follows. Instead of being allowed to do a craft per day, you have to do it per work week. And a work week is 5 days.
Okay.
And the maximum you can do per work week is 50 gold worth of work per work week.
That's not multiplied by anything?
No.
So, what's the cost of a +1 sword? Or give us an example. Did they give any examples of magic item costs Like a specific item?
Yeah, they did give a magic item cost, like a few items, like a +1 sword all the way up to, like, some high-level stuff, but there was, like, one per category. Like,
Sure.
common, rare, so on and so forth. Common is 500 gold.
So, to make a common magic item, it takes 10 weeks.
10 weeks. To make I think it was like a rare item, I think it was somewhere along the lines of over 5 years. Or something like that. It was kind of fucking nutty.
Yeah.
I'm like, so going, no. Now, there's a way you can get around this, and this is them encouraging you to use their new fucking mechanic. Bastion points basically allow you to craft during downtime.
By pushing it off onto NPCs, presumably?
Yeah, NPCs can help you with it, as well as during your downtime, you can craft a little faster because you can spend more time resting and crafting and focusing on the crafting.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like sitting there going like, my brother in Paylor, even if you cut the crafting in half, that's still 2.5 years for a fucking +5 sword.
Yeah.
That is stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
And they also wanted to like fully more emphasize tools and stuff like that, and convincing you to use your tool proficiencies and shit. I've never heard of Bastion points. All right, so Mystical, in the new version of D&D, you no longer have a stronghold. You have a bastion. And that bastion is a home base for you and your party, and you get to spend your downtime actions interacting with it. It's meant for, like, if not enough players show up to your game, you can still have the players do something. And
right,
progress.
So, yeah, if you don't show up for game, you can tell your GM, hey, I'll just use my time. My character will be at the bastion doing X, and
Yeah.
I'll do this bastion action.
All right. I'm not sure how often the Wizards of the Coast guys play D&D.
I mean, I think they fired most of the people that actually played.
Yeah, that was my thought too, because son of a bitch, how often did I give downtime actions, and I was really generous with it. I mean, you remember that in the Star Wars game. How often did I give downtime actions?
I mean, we didn't call them that, obviously, but we had the downtime to do anything that we needed to do.
Between planets, right?
Yeah.
And that was usually, what, a couple weeks at most?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I think the longest one was like a month.
Yeah, we were, constantly moving towards elements of the plot, so we didn't take, 3-month vacations to go craft something.
Yeah.
It was usually, okay, well, we can't do this next thing for a week, so let's chill out. We'll work on tinkering on the ship.
I think the longest downtime action I've ever taken was in Pathfinder, and it was during the Dragon, Hive Dragon campaign, and the party took a 6-month break to build a base of operations to train soldiers to fight dragons.
Okay.
So, it was going towards their point, but there was, it took time to build the buildings, and the party did help with building the buildings.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't like they were just sitting around drinking tea while a bunch of NPCs built, a fucking castle.
Right.
But other than that, I don't use downtime options that often, and when I've described downtime actions to other DMs, they've looked at me and went, that is really generous.
I mean, it depends on the kind of campaign you're running. I can see a role for downtime actions, and honestly, Pathfinder 2 has some really cool downtime rules, but, the rate of crafting is a lot better.
Yeah.
And if you roll well on your skill, it's better still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the idea of, okay, well, you know what? you want to retrain a feat, you go spend a week retraining. That's cool. Or, hey, you want to make a batch of potions. Well, here's how many you can make in a week. That's great. But, one, you should have some kind of progress per day. Because a lot of downtime is going to be a couple of days. And two, you want more progress than 50 gold pieces a week. Good God.
Yeah. I'm seeing 16. You said there was 40.
I am now seeing 18. I don't know if Twitch had doubled the numbers or something.
Yeah, it might have. There was a glitch, and that.
Yep.
And that really fucked things.
And now I'm seeing 21. The numbers go up and down.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it wasn't just like stupid fucking shit was going on. Mystic says, I've never really done anything for downtime. Yeah, my party has done things on downtime because they wanted to. Because they usually build a base of operations to operate out of. But that's rare in D&D.
I mean, it used to be more common. But, like, 4th and 5th edition weren't really focused on it. I mean, 3rd edition had the Stronghold Builder's Guidebook. So it was something you could do, but really wasn't emphasized.
Yeah. Alright. I let the people in NSCW know that I had an OBS glitch, and to remind people to refresh the page who were from there.
Gotcha.
I have never been trained on how to be a DM, but it's always been me and my friends that play, and I'm positive that I am nowhere near playing the correct way. Okay, you will always have that feeling, whether you're the DM or one of the players or whatever. It's a thing.
We are in an ad break, so Mystical may not hear you.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll repeat it. Yeah, ads. Alright.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I let the NSCEW people know. And it was... fucking OBS, of course, has to do that. That hurts a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because that killed the viewer count.
Well, the viewer count keeps bouncing up and down, so I think there's something weird going on with Twitch anyway.
Yeah.
When I learned my daughter's champion was back in the city, I couldn't resist the opportunity.
Oh, I'm about to fight a big two-headed, two-sword dude.
Yep, good luck with that.
And he's an ancient hero. Like, he's not a dead hero, he's just an older hero.
Mm-hmm.
The head on with the spike on his head, that's the melee combat hero, part of his brain, apparently. And the one with the cloth cover is the magic using one.
I see.
And this could hurt.
And we're back.
We're back. All right. So, Mystical, to answer your question, you will always have that feeling that you are playing it wrong. All right? And that is not a bad feeling as long as you understand that you don't let that feeling overwhelm you. Okay? As long as you keep pushing forward to learn more and to become a better player, that's what's important. Use the feeling for that.
Yeah, I mean, we all get a little bit of imposter syndrome from time to time. It's something that happens to even, celebrities and professionals in a variety of fields. You just think, well, I'm clearly not doing this as well as other people, and just don't let that paralyze you. No one's asking you to be perfect. If they are asking you to be perfect, then they need to get right with God, because they are not not setting themselves up for a happy life.
Yeah. Okay, and also keep in mind this. You are not Matt Mercer. You are not Travis Willingham. You are not Laura Bailey. You are none of these people. They are their own people. They played the game in a very particular way, and their friend group meshes well to where it makes entertaining D&D online. You don't have to be that. As long as you and your friends are having fun, you are accomplishing the goal.
Yep. The important thing is to make sure that you and your friends are communicating, so if somebody has an issue, it doesn't fester. It's like, oh, hey, I feel like we're doing too much combat, or oh, hey, I feel like we're not doing enough combat. You know, if they are comfortable with you to bring those kinds of things to your attention so you can make adjustments, then I'd say you're doing good.
Yep. I would...
Are you warrior enough to stand against
Oh, Wizen's here. And it's not down to the combos. Give it a second. Wizen's entry is a little on the loud side. But that's okay. That's how he likes it. Alright, now it's over. And it's good that you're having those conversations. That is important. You need to do that. Alright? There's... Now, while there are wrong ways to play D&D, they are really hard to do if you are, as long as you are being careful. Like, you basically respect everybody's, what's the word I'm looking for? Consent? That's the word I'm looking for.
Boundaries?
Yeah, boundaries and consent. Make sure those are important. As long as you're respecting those, everybody's having a relatively good time, and you're not being a racist, sexist fucktard.
Really, if you're playing D&D and you're having fun and everybody else is having fun, you're doing it right.
You're probably doing it right, yeah. And the other word of advice I will always give, don't take, what is the word for? Organized play players and DMs as the holy gospel of what D&D should be. That's how I liked it. I think it's too long and loud, too. I just figure you were saying I was a little long-winded and loud. Took to Chris. No! I can fix that, man! I thought you liked it that way. Shit! My bad! I can go fix that later.
I don't really think we were playing wrong, but I think there are more things we could be doing. I mean, ultimately, that's a kind of a problem that we all also have. Like, I know in my games I could do more with using music, but it takes a lot of my, like, RAM, to use a computer term, a lot of my processing memory to try and remember all the stuff that I'm already doing. And do I have the extra capacity to also play DJ? Not usually. So I focus on the core experiences and not necessarily on the little embellishments. Though, you know, if I think of a little music piece to throw in, I will throw it in.
Sorry about that. I heard a spraying sound in the house.
Uh-huh.
And I tracked it down to my son spraying Windex in either the sink or the toilet. I'm not sure which.
I see.
Danny, bed, go. All right.
The battle rages upon me. I'll stop short of killing you, of course. But expect no other mercies.
Oh boy. I'm so glad I'm a tank.
Ready your arms. Show
He wanted to be able to see through the sink in the toilet, obviously. Obviously. I love my sword. It looks cool as hell. The sword I use on my gunbreaker, it expands, each segment expands like half an inch and starts glowing whenever I draw my weapon.
Yeah, I see. One big thing I wish we had was more religion in the game, and I just don't know how to play it out, and we don't know enough about the gods, so we hardly use it. So are you playing in like an established setting like the Forgotten Realms or something, or do you have your own custom setting with your own gods? Because that can be big difference. Like, if you created this Pantheon... It's homebrew. Okay. Created the Pantheon, then really you're the ultimate voice on what's right or wrong for your god. Not all campaigns are going to focus on religious themes, but a church organization can be a good ally or even an enemy for the party. You can have evil cults that help drive the plots.
It's fine, Danny. Go to bed. Homebrew World. Oh yeah, then yeah, you're the final RPG.
I have typically run homebrew worlds, and so one of the first things I will usually do when creating them is create a pantheon of gods, and my approach is usually I want to fill out kind of the alignment space, so I have, for every evil god I have a good god, for every lawful god I have a chaotic god, and then kind of divide up the various portfolios and responsibilities amongst them.
Resolve and recent kingdom.
For the next game that I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do a much simplified pantheon, because I think the last time I did it, I did like 30 gods, and I was like, you know, I don't need to do that again. Not
yeah,
for a
no,
while anyway.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Well, you know.
30 is a bit much. I mean, I'm writing new gods for my setting, and that is... Man, I'm trying to cover everything the best I can, and it's not always easy.
Did you think you had my measure?
Yeah, I mean, I used the old structure from like first, second, and third, where you had greater gods, intermediate gods, lesser gods, and demigods. And so, like in my last homebrew campaign, I did 5 greater gods, and then I did 5 intermediates, and then I had 9 lesser gods, and then a host of demigods. I think like between 9 and 12.
We're far from finished.
As I was trying to tell you,
Observation.
I can do the shout out
This is
for
a great
Jersey
opportunity
Hermit
for
there.
That would
slaughter.
be appreciative, sir.
Yeah, I figure you are a little preoccupied with hit and smash.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy is not a difficult fight, but he's not an not an easy one. I will say that.
No more holding back.
Hey, Jersey Hermit. Thank you for the check-ins.
I think for my next campaign, what I'm going to do is something more like Game of Thrones does, where they have like the 7, and it's essentially like we don't even know if there are multiple gods or just these aspects like the father, the warrior, the mother, and they represent different things, but they're only really worshipped as a pantheon. So you don't get as much religious conflict unless there's like a schism within that church. Though there are other religions on the world of Westeros.
Yeah.
But it's not been a huge, like, motivating factor in at least the story that we followed for the Game of Thrones show or Song of Ice and Fire novels.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm having fun though designing some gods with my world. So I want to play in someone else's game. Do I get to be a player? I can't actually remember the last time I was a player. I think both Gamma and I know your pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both like, shit, we're always DMs.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a little better recently with people offering to run games, but I still have been kind of at least constantly running a game, even if I am playing in other games. And it would be nice to take a break and just be a player. And actually, when I was talking about the campaign that I'm going to be running soon, one of my players is like, well, if you want to hold off on that for a couple extra months, I've got an idea for a short Pathfinder 2 campaign, and if you want the chance to be a player, I'd be happy to run it. And I was like, you know what? sounds like a pretty good idea. Maybe we should do that. So, that will be a nice change of pace.
See, I'm planning that for the next games. Like, as soon as my Saturday night Undead game online is done, I'm no longer going to be the DM of the next game. And then after that, it'll be, fuck, what was it? The Sunday game, which is the Academy game, that will be also, once that's done, someone else is taking over the DM of that, so that way I'm only a player.
Nice.
And I'm going to do that for at least one game round. Oh, shit.
Hello, Elite AK Smiley.
Welcome.
Don't forget to do your check-ins if you're on any of the various Discords.
Yep. We need those check-ins.
Helps Ruby do his bookkeeping.
Yeah, it helps a lot, because my brain does not always do the brain. My mind don't brain, and my brain don't mind.
Well, as long as your brain doesn't mind. Oh wow, yeah, get some sleep, Mr. Spot.
What is that?
He's got to be up at 3 a.m. for work.
Oh shit, my dude, I get your pain. I've been up, having to get up at 4:30 to get my wife to work. So I understand your pain.
Alright, let me do a couple of shout-outs.
We'll see what you're truly made of.
Okay. Ow. Okay, can I... Nope, I'm gonna be in that. They're gonna do their thing.
4th of July. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to having that Thursday off, but I guess you're having to work the holiday. That sucks.
Yeah. Oh! I gotta hit this button a lot! Ah! My fingers! Oh my god, that was stupid.
That will do. You've shown me more than enough.
Thank god that ended.
I mean...
Time and a half. Money, 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 my friend.
Get that money.
But yeah, no, the new crafting rules for D&D, they definitely are pushing the Bastion hard.
I mean, on the one hand, I like the idea. It's a unique way to deal with players who can't show up. The idea of having a central base of operations for the party where they can coordinate with some, dedicated NPCs. That's a fun element of the game that has been supported to greater and lesser degrees over the years.
I never
But,
expected you to give me so much
man, I
trouble.
just can't get over that 50 GP a week figure. That is ridiculous.
50 GP for 5 days.
Well, yes, but that's what they're calling a work week.
Yeah, they're calling it a work week, but if you remember Faerun very well...
Yeah, it is a 10-day instead of a week.
It is a 10-day, which means you get 2 work weeks per week.
I mean, technically, yes. I'm not sure how that's gonna stand with technically minded GMs. I think they're assuming in the rules that you have to take some downtime.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can pull 5 days in a row, then pull another 5 days in a row, just because the calendar's divided up differently. But
yeah.
Now, a confession.
I imagine that the build rates are going to get house ruled to hell and back.
I had another
Oh,
reason
yeah.
for calling you.
No, like, if I ever run a 5th ed game, which I do need to do, I'm just going to use the Pathfinder crafting rules. The Pathfinder 1E crafting rules, and I will just use the item costs based in the 5e stuff, but use the crafting rules from basically Pathfinder, which is like, congratulations, you get 1,000 gold a day in crafting done every day. I mean, yeah, for a legendary item, which is 100,000 gold, yeah, it's going to take you 100 days, but it's a legendary item. It should take some time.
Right. But and the other thing I will point out is that, yeah, magic items
I had to judge for
are...
myself. If you were fit to
You're
attend
not
my
like
beloved
hammering every iota of spell power into the magic item. I think, like the Pathfinder rules, the 1,000 GP per day was specific to magic items, and like mundane items had different rates, and I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah. No, the mundane item was based on your craft skill times something times your level.
And prone to rush
Yeah.
to danger.
There was a bunch of math to it, but it was really good. Elite, this game looks crazy. Yeah, this is Final Fantasy 14. 14, okay, I will say this about Final Fantasy at all times. Final Fantasy has always pushed the limits on what a beautiful game is, with the technology and the skills at the time. Alright, so like for example, Final Fantasy 1 was pretty good for its time period, graphically wise. But they really started to come into the graphical heyday when they hit Final Fantasy 4 onward. Because 4 was gorgeous for a Super Nintendo game.
And then 6 just blew it out of the water because they used those Mode 7 acceleration chips to do the funky, like, 3D terrain walking effects in some scenes.
Yeah, which was gorgeous. And then we had 7, which, don't get me wrong, 7 kind of didn't age well. But for its time, its graphics were really good.
It was good at the time.
Yeah, it was good at the time. It's not good now. 8's graphics nowadays is still pretty good. Like, Final Fantasy VIII's graphics is actually pretty good for its even modern day. I would label Final Fantasy VIII as like a mid-budget indie game. Graphics-wise.
Sure.
Excluding the cutscenes, of course.
Yeah.
Could shield Lamati from those who would do her harm.
Now, if you're including the freaking cinematics, my god, their cinematics rock the shit out. Their cinematics are AAA. Final Fantasy IX, once again, graphics were pretty good for its time period. Not great now, but still pretty good. The cutscenes are okay. 10's graphics is just straight up really fucking good, even in modern day standards.
I like 10.
10 and 10.2's graphics definitely nail modern day standards. Like, I would say that is the standard for modern day, is to meet at least 10 and 10.2 if you're a AAA studio. Hey Daryl, I'm doing fine. We're talking about Final Fantasy, D&D, some other fun shit.
This is a great opportunity for slaughter.
I think I can get Daryl.
Okay, I was going to say, if you need me to get it, let me know.
Yeah.
Address me not
Right now, I'm bagging and boarding comic books.
but a concerned father.
Oh, I love this leader of this country because he's giving up his position as leader because he's too old. Something I wish would happen in real life, but hey, whatever.
I mean...
Not getting into that.
I was going to say, I've been thinking about this, and basically whichever one of them wins at the end of their term will be the oldest president we've ever had.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. Sounds good. Thank you for the shout out. Yeah, no problem, Daryl. Hopefully you had a blast playing Fortnite. No, he's giving up his position as the country's leader, this is a very big conglomerate country that has a bunch of different races, a bunch of different cultures, and they're all working together peacefully.
Nice.
Because before him, they were all at war. They were all fighting. There was all kinds of crazy shit, and he convinced them all to come together through a mixture of techniques. Some fighting and like beating the shit out of some of their, problematic people, and some of them talking. All right, but he is a very wise and experienced ruler, and those two heads each have a thing. The vow of resolve, which is the combat head, likes fighting. He enjoys fighting. It's something he just loves doing. But even with the head of wisdom being asleep all the time, because it's just gotten so old, he still has a lot of wisdom to him. And so he turned to his kids and said, hey, we don't have any methodology for passing, down power, so I'm going to look to the methodology of old, which is I'm sending you all out on a quest. Whoever completes the quest gets to be leader.
I see.
And he told them they have to find the Fable City of Gold that is in their country. And everybody's like, oh, it's a fable, blah, blah, blah. And the leader goes, no, I know where it is. I'm not telling you where it is because that's part of the quest. He goes, part of the quest is for you to find it. But he pointed out to him, goes, if you follow the story that I've written outside, which they wrote his story on pillars, like stone pillars. And it's kind of like pictography and a little bit artsy.
Yeah.
So it's not accurate. He goes, if you follow the story and help the general people... Danny! No, come here. No food in your room. Eat, yeah, come here. Let me open this, you eat, and then go to bed. Am I clear? If I catch you out of your room again, you're going to be in trouble.
I forgot the other day I got hungry.
It's fine, Danny. Anyway, so he has several kids, and he also had a tournament. And the champion of the tournament got added to the roster as well. So there's 4 people running for rulership of this country. All right? Mm-hmm. The first, and he calls them the Promises. The 3 kids are called the Promises. The first promise is his actual biological kid.
Right.
Do you realize? Yeah, realize Baby Yoda is appropriate for my kid. It fits him a little too well. Stop it.
Just hope he doesn't eat too many frogs.
Yeah. Or the frog eggs. Stop. And the first kid was normally 2-headed guys in this country can't have children.
Right.
Something about them just makes it so they're biologically unable to have children. Somehow, this child survived and was born. And the child he had has 1 head. Okay. Which is normal for his race. The 2-headed is like a weird aberration.
Right.
The 1-head son he has wants to engage in conquest and war to show everyone how nasty war is to make them not want war again. Yeah.
I love that premise.
Yep. Not to make it even worse, he wants to what's the word for? Commit this war to everyone on the planet.
Uh-huh.
He wants to start a world war. Because that always went well.
Yep.
The second promise is this leader's first adopted son. He is a catman, like me. He is also a gunbreaker, like me. Mm-hmm. He left the country for a while, studied under a bunch of scholars, and learned all about their technologies, their magics, and stuff like that. And he wants to progress the country scientifically.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. He's like the one leader, like between the leader I'm following and the leader he is. Those are the 2 I kind of want to have be the last 2. Mm-hmm. Or at the very least, I could see them working together. Because he's very... How do I put this? He's Rogel Dorn.
Okay.
In a lot of ways. Very, very blunt, very, forward, and, doesn't lie and can't seem to make a joke. Danny, give me the...
I put the laptop in the garbage.
Okay, go to bed now. Good night. Alright, good night, buddy. But he wants to improve things scientifically. He doesn't really care, though, about anyone who doesn't want to do that. Because he sees them as a impediment to his goals.
Okay.
So, not so much I'm going to kill them, so much as I'm just going to ignore they exist. Like,
right.
you are not important, I am not going to help you.
Then tell me, given your journey together thus far, what is your impression of Lamati?
Okay, so Lamati is his daughter, and that's the third promise. She is also adopted. She is a female Rothgar, so she's a big, muscly cat lady. So if you like your muscle mommies and you like cats, she's right up your alley. By the way, you don't get to choose who you follow. The game kind of throws you at the third promise that says, help her.
Okay.
She's young, she's fairly naive, but she's learning about the world more. Her shtick is she wants just straight up peace. She wants to maintain the peace they have and engage with the rest of the world in discussions and talks and peaceful trade and all that jazz. Unlike her brother, though, who is technically more technologically smarter than her, so think of him as having like a higher intelligence score.
Right.
She cares more about the people, and for each group she interacts with, she learns something about those people while helping them and accomplishing the little sub quests that I have with each group.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of interesting to see how it goes.
A third promise or just a companion on the road. Speak your mind.
I love the voice actor who did the voice of Vow of Resolve. He's done such a great job with this. I love that. What will you say about the third promise? I was like, she's young, but she's got potential. And I agree with that.
Ha! A tactful response, but agreed. She's not ready for the throne.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think the reason why he's sending all his kids on this quest is to get them ready to rule the throne.
Lamati thinks she understands our many peoples, their histories, their cultures, their beliefs. But she knows only what she's seen in the capital.
Yep, she's only seen it in the capital.
And it's not only her who concerns me. Even this early in the contest, you must have realized.
Now, remember I said there was a fourth person, but he wasn't one of this guy's kids?
Right.
He's a two-headed creature like him. A Galul is what they're called. So all of the ghouls have the last name Galul Jaja.
Okay.
All right. He's a two-headed guy, and he just wants to win the contest, no matter what cost.
Okay.
And he is using all kinds of heinous fucking tricks. The problem is that the main head that's been talking and saying things like that has been the combat head, much like this guy. He has a wisdom head, which looks kind of like a chameleon. And the chameleon has that, you know, that creepy Jafar-like voice?
Oh, sure.
He has that. Which makes me think that his wisdom head is up to something.
As potential rulers, all four claimants are
And
lacking.
we're back from ads.
Yeah, as potential rulers, all four claimants are lacking. Yeah, in a variety of problems.
This is why I elected to hold the right of succession. Not to choose a fitting candidate, but to cultivate one.
I suspected this was the case. Remember I mentioned that earlier. I think he was like remember how I said the third promise is kind of growing as she meets each group?
Yeah.
He's trying to do that with all four candidates. That makes so much sense.
And if no one has impressed
Have you not
me by
played
the
this
end
story
of it,
Oh.
before?
No.
Then to
This
no
is the
one
new
will I
expansion
yield
story.
my throne.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize you're playing the new expansion because I don't know dick about Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. No, the new expansion just came out last Friday. Like Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday. And that was the early access. Today is the official release day.
Gotcha.
But that's also why, if you look under my tags, I have spoilers and main
As a
story
parent,
quests.
I pray that my children rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
With outsiders dragged into my game, I am also hopeful that the different perspectives you and your companions
The second promise, the guy who's technologically
will
apt,
inspire them to grow.
he grabbed 2 of my former party companions. And so we're competing against each other. But we're like doing it in a friendly way.
Gotcha.
So like the 2 of them are like, hey, this is gonna be cool. We're not gonna fight each other right now, but we'll compete.
I imagine you in particular have traveled many lands, know many peoples and cultures, love them and being loved in turn.
Alright, let me turn on something right here. We're gonna turn on, oh crap, it's the wrong display capture.
Oh my god! I saw into infinity!
The infinity and beyond! Alright, so I brought back the wheel. We have the wheel back.
Woo.
By the way, folks, if you want to add a topic to this wheel, it's only 100 gold coins. If you want to override the wheel and pick a topic for us, that is 3,000 gold coins. I know, it's a little costly, but it's worth it. Alright. Here we go. What shall we talk about? Certain topics won't get removed, by the way. Okay, Warhammer 40k faction. So we get to talk about some 40k.
Right on.
Right on, right on.
Walk at our side and, when needed,
how do I want to put this?
To walk ahead.
Do you have, by the way, Battle Scribe?
I do. Yes, that is my preferred option for roster management.
Oh, no, not Battle Scribe. Shit. Battle Sector. Sorry. The video game.
No. What genre is that one?
It's a turn-based strategy game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not... Well, before I make myself a liar, let me see what I've actually got in Steam, because there's a halfway decent chance that I do have it. It's just, you know...
Under a multitude of games. Okay, this is the third promise, by the way.
There I was, about to sit down for some of Namika's cooking, when I heard
Okie
that
dokie.
Papa had sent for you.
Yeah, she uses a big honkin' axe. And, yep, she's a cat woman.
I do not have Battle Sector.
Alright. If you want it, I have an extra copy of it from Humble Bundle.
Okay.
Because I had purchased it a while back.
Gotcha.
And then I got it in a Humble Bundle this last month. So I can't use it.
Right.
From everything I've experienced with it so far, by the way, and what I've seen in videos, it is the closest I've ever seen a video game get to literally playing Warhammer 40k on the tabletop.
Right on. I mean, I'll take the code.
Yeah.
Sure.
It uses a lot of the same movement rules, but instead of inches, it's blocks.
Right.
But it has ballistic skill, weapon skill, toughness. There's HP, though.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just wounds, and the HP amounts are higher. Because they want you to fight for a while.
Yeah, it's no fun if units just constantly are disappearing.
Yeah. Also, at the same time, there's a campaign mode, and it allows you to slowly build up your points that you can use to build your army. And the army point values are the same as in the tabletop.
Huh.
Like, you could technically build an army in Battle Sector, and it would be a legitimate tabletop Warhammer army.
Neat.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, it's really accurate.
Daughter. I took care not to inflict lasting injuries. You and your ally may return to the contest without disadvantage.
More comic book bags
No
here.
harm done.
No harm done. Yeah. But to talk...
I swear, just as I was learning newfound respect for my father.
So the faction I want to get into... Let's see. Let me think. Have we discussed the salamanders before?
Let's take
I mean, I think we've mentioned them in passing, but we could certainly dig in on the Sallies.
Dig in on the Sallies. All right. So for those who don't know, salamanders are space marines. They are 8 foot tall, 400-pound dudes, covered in enough metal to make a small tank. Salamanders love fire. They love fire in the forge. They like fire flamethrowers. They like burning things. It's just their thing. Everything's fire. Lots of it.
Amusingly, and perhaps tellingly, they are the only Space Marine chapter that is presented as black, and I mean, like, racially, but they're not, like, brown skin like actual humans that are of African descent. They are literally jet black skin, because in their backstory, the world that they are primarily recruited from is high radiation, and one of the Space Marine organs that helps them resist radiation basically generates extra, it's like a melanin-like substance in their skin to help, deal with that radiation, but it turns their skin like jet black.
Yeah. So they are ashy black. It is kind of kooky how it looks. And oh yeah, they also have glowing red eyes.
Yes, yes.
Because if the pitch black skin wasn't scary enough, the 8 foot tall pitch black skin dude is now got glowing red eyes, and he's looking at you, and he will walk up to you. You'll see him kind of shrug a little bit, and then he'll be like, "Do not worry, Imperial citizen. We are here to help you."
The salamanders are easily one of the most civilian-friendly forces in the Imperium. And that's sad because they're also one of the Space Marine chapters that is the least present in the lore, because their chapter was nearly wiped out during the Horus Heresy.
Yeah,
so
during the Horus Heresy, they lost over 80% of their chapter.
Yeah, and so while, the Ultramarines have thousands of successor chapters, the Salamanders have very few, and, there might be, I want to say, like, 20,000 Salamanders successors in the entire galaxy, maybe 30,000. The Ultramarines are more like 500,000 or some bullshit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I do want to say this. It's the reason why a lot of Salamanders are dead is not because they're bad at combat. Quite the opposite. They are really, really good at combat.
Yes.
The problem is how do I put this? They value civilian lives over their own. Now, to understand why that's not necessarily a good thing in this case, normally you would be like, why? That sounds like a great idea. What the hell's wrong with that? This is the equivalent of an F-35 dive bombing and kamikazing into an enemy truck just to save like 10 people.
I mean, there is that element, but honestly, a big part of the reason of their numbers is still the drop site massacre. They got so devastated that they just didn't have enough gene seed to rebuild over 10,000 years the way that other chapters did.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The Iron Hands and the Raven Guard have the same problem, though the Raven Guard tried some desperate measures to get theirs back on track.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
It did not.
Mistakes were made.
Yes, mistakes were made.
Also, the Salamander's leader is still alive. But he is currently MIA. Well, for the most part, from my understanding, he's still MIA.
Yes. In official lore, nobody knows where Vulcan is.
My money's on, if anybody knows where Vulcan is, it's going to be Lionel Johnson. Probably knows where he is. I don't think Jacket Dakan knows. I don't think Gilliman knows, because he was in that, healing tank for so long.
I would honestly say I don't think any of the Primarchs know where Vulcan is, because if they did, he'd be back by now.
I don't know. I feel like Lionel, like, if he made an agreement with Lionel Johnson to be like, hey, until they do this, and I gotta work on some things, I will be back, so on and so forth. I think Lionel would honestly honor that. Because Lionel Johnson is big about keeping his word.
I think he would honor that, but I also think that you're essentially inventing fan fiction when you propose it. There's nothing in...
Yeah, I know there's nothing in the lore. I'm just saying, like, this is my theory. Like,
okay.
If I were to make a guess, if any Primarch were to know where he is, it would be Lionel Johnson, because he is the most likely one to keep his mouth shut.
Well, my counterpoint would be that Lionel Johnson, until very, very recently, was taking a 10,000-year power nap.
Oh, that's true.
So he barely knows where he is.
Alright. What about Rogel Dorn, then?
Rogel Dorn is missing himself, so, like, literally the only two Loyalist Primarchs that are available in the lore are Gilliman and Lionel Johnson, and Lionel Johnson literally just came back. Gilliman's been back for, like, a century or two in the relative timeline.
Yep.
So, I would say that Gilliman probably knows rumors and things. He's probably got Imperial agents out there, you know, scouring for references to his missing brothers. I'm sure he would love to have the extra backup of having some more Primarchs back, but as far as I know, Gilliman doesn't know that Lionel's back yet, because they haven't, you know, done that in the lore yet, though supposedly that might happen soon.
I hope. But if I was going to go for Chaos, I'm guaranteeing one person knows where Vulcan is. But that's only because his sight is so scattered everywhere that he pretty much sees so much shit. But his brain probably hasn't processed it. and that's Magnus.
Maybe.
I feel like Magnus probably has that information in his brain somewhere, and he just, like a computer that has just so many goddamn files, he hasn't just ever come across it.
I'm trying to remember Vulcan's last canon living appearance in the lore. I think it was in the Orc War that followed the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
But there was at one point a time when one of the Chaos Primarchs had Vulcan captured and essentially just repeatedly tortured him to death, because as a perpetual he would just come back.
Yeah, that would be Kurz.
Yeah, I was thinking Kurz.
It was Kurz. And it was Kurz with the aid of Perturabo.
But
because Perturabo built a maze that Vulcan could not escape. I remember this story because this story made me laugh hysterically. And this maze was filled with all kinds of torture implements and like everything to torture Vulcan to try to drive him insane to where he would fall to chaos. That was Kurz's thing, because Kurz kept trying to tell Vulcans, like, you are just like me.
Yep.
And Vulcan was sitting there going, nah, no, I'm not. I'm not like you.
Finding
fam.
a willing artisan was even easier than expected.
Oh, here we go. Here's the first promise.
Many indeed are eager
and that's
to curry
this
favor
aid
with the Resilient Sun, especially if it means sharing the promise of new territories.
But yeah, it's also safe to say that Kurz doesn't know where Vulcan is, because Kurz is dead.
Yeah, Kurz is dead.
Those who prove useful will have all the
I would
land
say
they
that
desire.
the Emperor knows where Vulcan is.
Okay,
because...
but that's like saying, you know, the writers know where he is.
Well, no, what I mean is that the Emperor, you talked about Magnus having scattered vision. The Emperor is scattered vision. His like soul is shattered across the galaxy, and he sees all these things. So I fully believe that the Emperor knows where Vulcan is.
Does he seek to bring the world to heal?
Yeah. But I will say that whole Kurz situation that was hilarious, because this is why the story stuck in my head. They're sitting there torturing Vulcan and messing with Vulcan and like trying to get him to crack.
Step aside.
And then what ends up happening is Vulcan gets to the center of this maze finally, and there's Vulcan's hammer. And he goes to grab it, and there's a shield blocking it. And Kurz kind of just laughs at him. And basically messes with him, so on and so forth. And he proceeds then to take Kurz, because standing outside the place is Perturabo watching from the outside. Kurz is in the maze with him, just constantly messing with him.
Right.
Vulcan then proceeds to take Kurz and beat his ass on the shield.
Yeah.
Until the shield breaks.
Yep.
like full on Hulk Loki style, like bam, 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 bam. Because a lot of people are like, wait, aren't all the Primarchs kind of the same height and da-da-da? No. Vulcan is significantly bigger than all of his brothers by like a sizable margin.
I think he and Magnus are the two largest.
Yeah, and Magnus is only the largest because he uses magic to increase his size. Magnus technically doesn't have a physical form anymore. He's just whatever he wants to be.
Even before he became a demon, though, he was one of the physically largest Primarchs because he was the Red Cyclops. He's huge.
He's huge. Kurz, on the other hand, is one of the smallest ones.
Yeah, he's a Weasley little shit. Yeah. I mean, by Primarch standards.
Yeah, by Primarch standards. So he's still like 8 feet tall. He's a pretty big guy. Vulcan is almost 10 foot tall. All right, he's got easy 2 feet on fucking Kurz, and easily, I would say, several 100 pounds.
Well, and here's the other thing: the Kurz is a agility fighter. Yeah. He's someone who dashes around like a ninja and cuts you with little blades. And Vulcan's one of those big barbarian fighters. He's the guy that hits you with a fucking hammer and crushes you into dust. If a big guy like that gets his hands firmly on one of those little guys, toast.
Yeah. So, which he did. And then he was able to pick up his hammer. Now, Vulcan attempted to use the hammer's secondary ability, which was teleportation, to leave the maze. He's like, I'm done with this. I don't want to mess with Kurz anymore. I don't want to hurt him. I just want to leave. And he tries to use it, and it's blocked by the maze. And Kurz laughs at him again and says something. I forget what he says, but he essentially taunts Vulcan. And basically telling Vulcan, it's like, haha, you see, your teleport doesn't work, you can't escape here, so on and so forth. And Vulcan turns to Kurz, and like, as Kurz is standing up and what's more like for? Regaining his standing, in a way.
Yeah, recuperating.
Recovering. Yeah. Vulcan kind of sighs and goes, brother, this thing, yes, was a method for me to escape from any issue I may have had, any danger I may have encountered, and that is an important thing. But you forget this thing's other purpose. It is also a hammer. And then he proceeds to fucking falcon punch with the hammer, like golf club swing it into Kurz, and he successfully sends Kurz into low fucking orbit.
Yeah.
Like, bang! Like, success! It's like, oh shit. And Perturabo watches this happen, and at this point Perturabo's like, I don't want any of this smoke. I am done with this shit. Kurz is gone. He turns off the teleportation blocking field, and he lets Vulcan leave.
Yep.
He's just like, fuck that.
And for the first time in his life, Perturabo cracked a smile.
Yeah, Perturabo cracked a smile, and Vulcan admitted that if he had been stuck in there any longer, he may have done something he regretted to Kurz.
Yeah.
Like, he fully admitted that. And by the way, when he hit the teleport button, he didn't aim his teleport. He went for anywhere but here.
Yep.
Setting, and it was poof, gone. Where he ended up? He ended up over in agricultural world in low orbit and literally did re-entry into the ground. It's like, I'm fucking done. It took Vulcan 2 months to recover from that whole ordeal, including re-entry.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck. But I will say this about the salamanders. They love making things. They're exceptional.
Foolish would be carrying
Yeah,
on
amongst there are several Space Marine chapters that are like renowned for their craftsmanship in one way or another, and the salamanders are amongst those.
Yeah, and they're definitely worthwhile. Everything they make is really nice. One of the things a lot of people are glad for is that the salamanders and the Iron Warriors were never on the same side for long. Because the Iron Warrior, like, what happened would be is the Iron Warriors would make something, and they'd make it pretty good. Then they hand it to the Salamanders. The Salamanders would make it better, and then hand it back to the Iron Warriors. And make it more efficient, and that little cycle would just keep going until you got an item that was so stupidly powerful that, like, even the Emperor would sit there and go, like, little golf clap, like, that is impressive. By the way, remember I talked about the two-headed guy from before?
Yeah.
This is the wisdom version of that two-headed guy.
Okay.
He's the one that gives me the creeps.
Besides, it's long past time I humble this arrogant one-head.
Uh-huh.
The Donser may have sired
Yeah, just love that twitchy eye.
But there is
yeah.
nothing blessed about your birth.
There's something going on with this one-headed dude that makes him so fucking frightening, because everything he does to such an insane level.
Only a two-head is fit to rule. Only we are worthy.
Yeah, the two-head guy thinks he's the only one fit to rule because he has two heads.
Draw your weapon.
Twice the leaders for the same salary.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
A moment, first promise. Leave him alive, if you would.
Oh shit, it's Lizard Man from Soul Calibur.
I foresee a use for this.
Yeah, I know.
Nuisance.
So he tells the first guy, it's like, don't kill him, just leave him alive and we'll use him later. It's like,
scared to make the first move.
Say, scared to make the first move. Uh-oh.
Then allow me.
Why do I have a feeling this guy's all about counterattacks? Oh!
Damn.
Fuck, dude. He didn't even hit you with his blade. He hit you with the fucking pummel of it and fucked your day.
But he's just a runt.
Size isn't everything there, bucko.
Baku Jaja.
My thanks for your restraint. I can kill him whenever I please.
He's like, I'll kill him whenever I like. I don't feel like killing him now. Damn, that's an insult.
I guess two heads aren't better than one.
Apparently.
Your part in this is far from over.
Sorry, old Jaw is worrying me because he's also having that creepy advisor vibe thing. That's not good.
Really, plots should only be limited to one suspicious vizier.
I can see two if they're like two different countries.
Maybe.
You're the first to return. Oh, cool.
What the fuck are those things?
Those are goblins.
And do they have gas masks on?
Yes.
Why?
Well, gas mask and eye masks. Because they don't deal with bright light well.
Well, I got that. But why the gas masks? Hey, AP.
Hey, AP's here. How's it going? I'm not entirely certain why the gas masks.
Okie dokie.
I don't, like, either it's been explained before and I don't remember, or it's never been explained. I do. Yep. our mini quest here was to bring them back a craftsman who is willing to work with their contracts for like a period of time. I think it was like a year or something. And they're really good about, you know, making deals with people and being fair about it. You have met the requirements of the... Yeah, by the way, they also say some words fucked up, like met, joy smiles, well-wishing.
I mean, well-wishing is a real one.
Oh, in one word?
Yeah, like well wishes. I think it might be usually hyphenated rather than just run together, but like you can give somebody well wishes and wish them well and well wishing.
Okay. Like I said, my spelling grammar is not great. I could be
not,
wrong.
It's not necessarily something you hear all the time, but
yeah. She has accomplished 3 out of 7. Oh, here comes Kona and my 2 former companions. Those are the guys on the right. Yeah, Kona's the green guy. Actually, I don't think he's a gunbreaker. He might be a machinist. Because I think that's a pistol on his back, not a gun's blade. Yeah, I think that is one. And there's Thancred. Thancred's a gunbreaker, I know that. And the other guy's a healer. Your cleverness in particular is most admirable, second promise. We must have you apply that Charlian knowledge you cherish to arm Taral, that's this country, with weapons of magic tech design. As your role as the Dawn Servant's new chief advisor, of course. Yeah, no. He's not going to go for that. Tools of War have no interest in him. Yeah, see, he wants to keep the peace too, but he just wants to go straight tech. Yeah. Just as the Garlean Empire was deterred from invading Charlian. How long will it take Torali to progress this advanced state? How many years? Oh, knowing what he knows, probably not long. Your way is too slow. Of course you say that, you fucking warmonger. You want to fight Charlian? Are you insane? Like, the Garlean Empire tried doing that shit to Eorzea, Doma, what was it? Eorzea, Doma, Charlian. They never took Charlian. But, like, they lost everything. Even their own empire got completely fucked. All grown tired of loss. Do you have an infinite amount of soldiers? Because that won't work. And here comes third promise. She goes, how would such an outcome bring anyone joy? What you propose is mockery of peace. Relics is reminded of days long ago. In a time before Tuoli, there were no pot packs for the pot swarm. It was normal grab-snatch artisans to force them to work for the mobbies. Yeah, these guys used to force people to work for them. Yeah, and then her father came, and the families of the grab-snatch pleaded with him, so he came here. They were not warlike people, they feared death would come for us, but he just wanted to talk. Be at ease, we are here to trade words, not blows. The gold work crafted in this village is superb. One can tell at a glance the quality materials used and the mastery of techniques employed. Yet it does not stir the heart. God was shaped by hands, and by bound hands and broken spirit is devoid of luster. Ooh, that's a good way to put that. Basically, anything you craft that's crafted by bound hands and broken spirit will not have any luster.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's very well done. Hi, child. You should be in bed. Yeah. Let me think while this is going on what else I wanted to say about the salamanders, because there's still a lot to go over them. They, like I said earlier, they use a lot of really well-crafted melee weapons, a lot of flamethrowers, but they, as Gamera pointed out earlier, they are also the most cognizant about civilians.
Yep.
They want to make sure as few civilian deaths occurs as possible. And if you ever want like some of the most heartwarming or heartbreaking Warhammer 40k stories that are not just grim dark, like depressing shit, look up a lot of the Salamander like little webcomic stuff. Because man, there's some kooky stuff they've done that is, you see how like much they care about people. Yeah, the first promise doesn't want to learn from the past, jackass. Oh, he just smiled at the third promise in a very creepy way. And he seems unhappy. We should be getting on as well. Alright. While that's going on... Alright, let's hit the next one.
Alright.
Races in tabletop games you would want to try.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright. Let me think. I'm trying to think of races I haven't tried yet. That's the kicker. I have not played a Dampier yet, and that kind of looks interesting in Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
The same with Fetchling. Fetchling looks kind of neat. Actually, most of the elemental races, like in Pathfinder, the Undine, the Oreads, the Sylphs, and the
Ifrit.
Ifrit.
Though they have renamed them to avoid confusion with the actual genies for the remastered version. I forget the remaster name.
I could probably look it up, but yeah, any of the elemental races, I haven't played those yet. Those look kind of neat. I wouldn't mind trying those. And the Fetchlings as being from the Plane of Shadow.
Yeah. I've played a lot of races in my time. I'm trying to think what I haven't done.
Oh, if I was go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, I don't remember ever having played a player character tiefling, of all things.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not something I've gotten around to.
I would always figure that'd be right up your alley.
I mean, it would be, but by the time, like, tieflings were a thing, there were just so many options. Like, I mean, they got introduced in 2nd edition's Planescape setting, and the few Planescape games I've played other races, like the Elemental Geniekin. They were called, oh gosh, what was the 2nd edition term? Genasi. The Genasi. Yeah. And so I've done like Air Geniekin, I've done Water Geniekin. I don't think I've done Fire or Stone Geniekin. But yeah, I don't think I've done Tiefling. I've done Azamar. I remember doing that one, but I'm pretty sure I haven't actually done Tiefling. And I you know what? I think what it was every time I was looking at Tiefling as like, oh, I could, build this character as a Tiefling, there was some ability score penalty that Tieflings got that would be like, well, this would be really shitty for this character I'm running, even though conceptually it fits. They had a weird penalty at one point, like charisma or something dumb, like in 3rd edition, and I forget what it was, but it was just like, well, this character that I thought would be cool as a tiefling would be at a very clear mechanical disadvantage as a tiefling, so maybe I won't do that.
Oh, there it goes. For a second there, my character was invisible.
Yeah, I saw that.
Every time I mounted my battle tiger.
Trying to think what else. Pathfinder's oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, by the way, make your He-Man joke now.
Pathfinder's introduced a whole shit ton of new races that are available.
Yeah.
I've never done a Warforged or anything similar to that, so that could be interesting.
I've done Warforged, and that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
For 5th Ed, I haven't tried Aarakocra or Owlins yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't mind trying a flying race just to do something interesting with it. But I'm going to do, if I do play either of those races, I'm going to do one step, though, to avoid. And that is, I'm not going to play a caster.
Yeah.
Because an automatically flying caster is broken as fuck.
Yeah, at least until you get into higher levels where your enemies are more likely to be able to deal with that.
Yeah, so there is that. I would honestly, if anything, I would like to do an Owlin or Aarakocra monk.
There you go.
I feel like I'm still having to get in the melee, but I can use that flight ability to position myself in fun areas.
Yeah. You mentioned the Dhampir, which is I think I've done a Dhampir once in 3rd edition, but I'm not remembering clearly. I've played all the core races from 3rd edition. They have been introducing like a lot of like animal people that are interesting. Like you've got those rabbit folk, the Harengon. You've got turtles now.
I wouldn't mind a turtle. I would like to try a turtle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do a turtle monk and be a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
I saw someone come up with a really broken character combo for 5th Ed.
Oh.
I think it was Barbarian Sorcerer.
As I was trying to tell you, there are no bullets left in this gun, you see.
Apparently, like...
Your f***ing moral compass is a roulette wheel!
Mez is here.
Observation. This is a great opportunity for slaughter.
Hopefully, Mez, you're doing alright. I know it's probably getting close to your bedtime. Hey, hon. Hi. Hey, how are you doing? As they say in New York, how you doing? Yeah, it's 1:15 a.m. Go to fuck to sleep. Love you being here. Love you to death as a friend, but get some fucking sleep. Don't make me get Mr. Rolly and start knocking some people out. I will in a mo. Okay, that's fair. What was it though? Someone came up with some sort of... I think it was Barbarian Sorcerer mix. And by the time you finished level 1, because you had unarmored combat, and then you got something... You took some sort of ability in Sorcerer, like a particular bloodline, and you got to add your charisma or something to your AC. I forget what it was. And then you played a turtle, and you could walk around with an AC of 24. At level 1.
Let's see if I can find this.
Yeah, it was the, it's that crazy guy with the hat and the beard that does all the really broken builds. I can't remember his name.
The hat and the beard.
Yeah, give me a second. I know his fucking face, though. Let me see if I can find him in shorts. Because he always shows up in my shorts.
International Harvest.
No, I don't need that. I just need to know where his name is. Come on.
Welcome, traveler.
D&D Broken Builds. See if I can find him. D&D Shorts. That's his name.
Okay.
D&D Shorts, and let's see if I can find the video. Because it was a short. Okay, weird but broken combo. I found it.
Okay.
Alright. So, give me a second. I'll unmute it. And
Werewolf towers over you, laughing as combat begins.
Alright, I love how it's broken and it's frozen.
The werewolf towers over you, laughing as combat begins.
No,
hey,
that's
DM.
not the right one. It picked that one. It's this one, the weird but broken combo. Here we go.
Hey DM, I want to be a Path of the Giant Barbarian. Oh,
Path of the Giant
great,
Barbarian.
and I'm gonna be a centaur with the Sentinel.
No, that's not it. What the fuck? Son of a bitch. I know this too. Let me check my history. It might show up in my history. Give me a second. I know you exist. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts because I can't find the fucking thing. It's like, god damn it. I know it exists. So I watched him do it, and it's not a Mandela effect here. Clark discovers war crimes. What's it? Hey, Butoxic, thank you for the bits for Biddy. He's gonna go play with those for a while, and we'll keep him definitely distracted. No, wait, it's Wizard. There it is, the Forgotten Power Wizards.
Welcome, traveler.
I had it wrong. Here we go.
Okay, you're a high-level wizard. I guess it's time to learn Wish. Actually, I think I'm gonna take something more broken. More broken than Wish?
Nope.
I'm taking Shape Change.
Fucking it. Never mind. I'll find it later. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's gonna aggravate the shit out of me. But now I remember what it was. It was a Wizard, Blade Singer, Barbarian combo. So Blade Singer Wizard lets you add your intelligence to your AC on top of your dex. Barbarian lets you add your Constitution on top of your AC. And one of the early Blade Singer's abilities allows you to add your proficiency bonus to your AC. So, like, I think it was level 5 or something like that, you had 24 AC. Without equipment included.
Right.
Which is fucking nutty.
What I'm seeing here, I've been doing some research on this, is that there is a dispute as to whether or not that's actually allowed by the rules. Because the way the Turtle's AC ability is worded and the way ACs work, like, you have the option to choose the 10 plus those stacked modifiers, or the Turtle's 17, not 17 plus those modifiers. So... yeah, there's dispute on it. It's not, like, clear-cut, but there is at least some dispute.
I think everybody's realizing that this was a trap. Hey, Queenie! Alright, thank you, Mez. Get some sleep. Alright, sweet dreams. Better spent locating her. Yeah, Catboy's a little pissed at me, and I get it. And he's gonna help. Yep. Nice. Alright, so, yep. The rest of it split up. Report if you find anything. Alright.
Alright, so let me see.
I have a feeling that two-headed guy did something. I will say with this new expansion, they did something with the gear that I love the idea of. Which is, instead of giving you set gear, they give you a chest that is a gear location. And whoever opens the chest, it makes a piece of gear for that class.
Okay.
So it might be something I do for my other classes when I start leveling something other than Gunbreaker, because my Gunbreaker is my most highly equipped class. And so far, I haven't needed to change out gear yet.
Okay, the Barbarian definitely does not work with Turtle, because the text of Unarmored Defense says your armor class equals 10 plus your dex plus your constitution.
Yeah.
Turtle does not let you substitute the 17 for a 10. You either take the 17 or you take 10 plus dex plus constitution.
Let's see if I can find it, because I just remember that.
Like, if you had a permissive GM, certainly, I've played under GM just like, yeah, whatever. But as written, it is in conflict, so you can choose between them and usually take the higher one. Let me see if I can find the exact text of the Blade Singer.
Yeah. I remember seeing this video, and I could swear it was D&D shorts, but fuck me.
Well, and like I said, some people might look at that and go, well, yeah, I can use the 17 instead of 10, but there's language in the book that says basically you can't combine methods to calculate your AC. If you have like a shield or something that gives you a bonus to your AC, whatever that AC is, then that would stack with your 17 from being a turtle. Let's see.
Alright.
So Blade Song could stack with the turtle. So if you played a turtle Blade Singer, you should be able to apply your intelligence modifier, at least the way I'm reading it here, to your AC.
Yeah, but I remember it was a 2-class combo of Barbarian plus Blade Singer. What you do is you cast Mirror Image on yourself, and then you activate the Blade Singer ability, you activate the Barbarian's Rage to get the Unarmored Defense, and not only do you have a stupidly high AC, but you also, every time someone hits you, you can sacrifice a copy to take a hit for you, all that jazz.
I'm pretty sure that's not how Mirror Image works in 5e.
Or something similar, like
you don't choose when Mirror Image gets hit. It's rolled randomly, I thought.
Yeah, or something like that. But there's a chance that it'll hit one of the copies and not you.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. And, like, I remember seeing it, like, a couple of days ago.
Okay. I'm just saying that I think that the original source might have misunderstood the Barbarian natural armor ability a little bit.
Yeah. I don't remember if he mentioned Turtle or not. Like, my brain might have been adding that. But I remember it was Barbarian and Blade Singer. Alright. Let's attune to this. Alright. Waylaid Peddler.
Let's see.
Yeah, something I could help you with? Yeah. Tell me where the fuck the missing woman went. Accreditations. So Bandit grabbed her. Given well-deserved payment for. Oh boy. Okay, right garments. Brush with bandits hasn't dampened your mercantile spirit. Yeah. He still stands out. Yeah, he's gonna do stupid. He's gonna be bait. Great. This is gonna go well. Yeah, I'm following you, dipshit. I'm trying not to get too close, though, so that way the enemy doesn't notice I'm here.
I see a video doing a barbarian monk turtle as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
A lot of Turtle Blade Singers, Ultimate Blade Singer build from D&D Shorts.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting raided by BB! BBansky!
I'm going to give up on this for now.
Yeah, I'll find it later whenever it fucking comes back to my head.
Yep, no problem.
Happy. I do /happy. Oh my god, that's a little BB glowy heads. Jesus Christ. Thank you, BB. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Ruby Mad Hatter. I'm a variety streamer. Giant nerd, D&D aficionado, all that jazz, and I'm here with my friend Candid Gamera, usually my partner in crime in these endeavors. Between the two of us, we have, I would say, half a century of D&D experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say, between the two of us. Not either one of us by ourselves, but combined, yeah, probably 50 years.
Yeah, I've got 35.
And let's see, I've been doing this in 1994, so 30 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 65 years between us.
Yeah, 65 years of D&D or tabletop RPG experience. So lots of crazy shit we've done. But this is Tabletop Tuesday, where we talk about nerdy shit while I usually play some sort of game. I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV with the new expansion. So it is what it is. I'm enjoying it. We were just talking about D&D races that we haven't played yet and would like to try.
Yeah, I really like the expansion that we're getting. We're seeing more and more interesting races being made available. I think I mentioned the other day when we talked, like, when I got to play Dragonbane at Origins, it's like two of their default races, like their core races, are Wolfkin and ducks, like anthropomorphic ducks, like Howard the Duck.
Gonna get some grub, fam. I am so tired. I hope you have a great stream, fam. We'll have to leave at work. Hey, BB, works are accepted here. All right, I'm sure somewhere in the kitchen, Ann will cook you something and we'll bring it out to you, all right? I'm sure we got a decent meal and a mug of ale here for you somewhere. All right. One last one to drive it home. Why do I have the feeling he is, overselling this? I don't like this. Yep. Alright, let's see what we got here. Nice smile on face, so on and so forth. I gotta do happy at him. I'm happy! Yeah, and here we go. Who's gonna sell me out? My money's on the little guy in red is gonna sell me out. No, never mind. There's a guy hiding behind a box. Weeks of leisure. Yeah, he's stupid. He's falling for it. God damn it. The rat has come for a nibble. Yeah, you all noticed it. Because the guy was not subtle. Let's lure him to our trap. Oh boy. Yeah, just remember, we need him alive. I get it. I will say the terrain is beautiful in this expansion. They've done a good job in this one. Is the last 3 expansions have really pushed the terrain being beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for that. And off he goes, walking down the road. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. By the way, how's the viewing quality of the stream? Is it actually pretty good? Like,
I mean, the visuals look good to me.
Alright, so it's not blurry, because I had to lower the bit rate to 3000.
Let me see. I think it's fine. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, super crisp, whatever, but I'm not like seeing a bunch of missing frames or anything.
Oh, here comes the bandits.
It's smooth.
Sup? We've been tricked. Kill these Vidral. Okay. And he's running. Bastard. Oh, we get to interrogate the underlings. Oh, goody. Hey, guys. Okay. Alright.
Ooh, I might have to buy that. Weird Al's movie UHF apparently just got a 35th anniversary 4K Ultra HD release.
Nice. Well, that was the end of that. What the? Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought they were getting friends. I was about like, why is there a giant monster running at me? Hey guys, where'd your boss go? Free these ropes. Yeah, no, you're not getting free. Oh, he's losing his temper. Talk now or die. Whoa! Okay. He's the one that took the job. We need the leader after all. Oh boy. Alright, so Thancred is really good at tracking foes, but he's having me chase after the guy too, while he gets everything settled. I have the power! Alright. Sorry, I had to do my He-Man joke, damn it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, one way I've seen He-Man kind of stay alive recently, and this has made me chuckle, there is a content creator who's using the He-Man graphics to have the characters talk, and he does a really good Skeletor voice, and he's bitching about Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Like, the entire time, and it's great. It's like, these fucking idiots don't know what they're doing! Everything is completely fucked! I was like, wow. Uh-oh. The effect shown in the picture, you'll be discovered if he turns around. Avoid detection at these times. Use the rocks and cover as his trees. Keep your quarry in sight, but avoid stepping into the detection circle. Okay, where is Captain Jackass here? Oh, there he is. Knew that man looked familiar. Oh, here we go. Alright, where's my next hiding hole? Alright, looks like that tree over there. Keep him in sight. Turns around, looks. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna say that's probably my next hiding hole right there.
Sneak, 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 sneak,
yep.
sneak.
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun ba ba da 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 da. Don't lose him, don't lose him, don't lose him. Behind a big ass rock now. Yep. He stopped. He's gonna turn. Damn nerves. Dude, no, you are not being paranoid. I am chasing you. Paranoia is the false belief that someone or something is out to get you. Someone or something is out to get you there, Dingleberry. And it's me. Just gonna check just to make sure no one's there. There are people after your life, buddy. It's me. Hobigo. Okay, I don't know what a Hobigo is, but we'll fucking go with it. Come on, big guy. Hey, I did it on the first try. In a game that's not known for its stealth.
Well done.
Huzzah.
We're at about 15 till 9, just so you're aware of the time.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's a dude. Okay. Kindness in my heart. Devil in the flesh. Wait, before some scary mercenary comes to claim your head. All it is, you found the abductor then. What's the situation? Like, well, we found this, and this. Please tell me I don't have to find it. God damn it, I have to chase this guy now. Because once wasn't enough, apparently. Fuck.
Nope.
I hate my life. Okay, so we go this way. Don't turn around. Do not turn around. Okay, here we go. Behind this rock. Go over here, get behind this tree. Keep an eye on him. Oh, okay, that's not gonna help me. Alright. He's not even turning around once. What the fuck, game? This seems a little weird. Oh, no, here we go. Now he turned around. I'm hearing things. Stay near the trees. I don't want to lose him. Oh, I ended up in the perfect destination because I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna hide behind the rock. Alright, who is this dickhead meeting? Well, I recognize that. Question is, who is it? It's either the first promise or the fourth guy, and I'm fairly certain it's the fourth guy. Oh, that boat's not going anywhere anytime soon. Alright.
Better late than never. That Mamulja. He's the one who kidnapped Wook Lamart.
Yeah, apparently.
So we're still unsure. If we can follow him a bit longer, confirm his connection to the abductors. That will complicate matters.
Oh, they're going by boat. God damn it.
Congrats on the new place, by the way, Wizen. I hope it is going well for you.
Agreed.
Confound!
Cat says hi.
If I set out now, I can trail them along the riverbank.
Do it!
Even if it costs you the contest.
What worth is the throne if I lose my sister to win it?
Oof. Well, he at least is a somewhat decent guy.
Very well then. I'll send word when I locate her. Till then, I suggest you save your strength. A rescue attempt could turn ugly.
Alright, bye, Thancred.
That Hubigo just now. I swear I've seen him with Bakul Jaja.
Okay.
Knowing the way that monster works, he probably hired bandits to kidnap her so we could steal her keystones.
Jesus.
But even alone, my sister is more than a match for a gang of untrained ruffians. She must have been ambushed or deceived.
Probably ambushed.
Gah! I should have been there! If those bastards have hurt her!
Wow, he holds himself way too high of a standard.
Yeah, some of us do that.
Yeah, I'm there. Dude, I'm right there with you. Be patient. Trust in Thancred.
Wizen asks if this is the gun quest line.
I do trust him, but...
No, this is the main story quest line for the new expansion.
Forgive me. Snapping at you won't get my sister back. I'm afraid I've always been like this when it comes to Lamachi.
Yeah, Wizen, if you want to avoid spoilers, you may want to
mute.
turn away.
Yeah, mute and, you know...
Isn't that how families should be?
But we're almost done for the evening, so you're not going to get much more.
Yeah.
These days, Turali Mikote live however they please. But the clan into which I was born kept to the nomadic traditions of our ancestors.
Yeah.
They herded their own neck across the plains, always moving with the seasons.
Level 52? Dude, I am level 92.
During one such
it's
migration,
fine. There's also a reason why I put main
my birth parents left
main story quest and spoilers in the tags.
Yeah, in tags I put main story quest and spoilers.
All
yeah.
along. A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Wise, and I didn't notice until he pointed them out to me.
Myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tuliyolal's market.
Thanks, Trey. You have a great night.
Is where the Dawn servant
Thank you for the work.
Me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamachi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her.
I have to confess, I am looking forward till tomorrow to see you play Hades.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an adventure for me.
Yes.
Child's new brother.
Fast-paced action gameplay and a roguelike.
But hey, non-binary king, I haven't seen you in forever.
Observation. This is a great opportunity for
My
slaughter.
dude, I haven't seen you in a while.
As you might now understand, I will stop at nothing to rescue her.
Oh, that sucks, my friend. I'm a busy dude, yeah.
While we await word from Thancred,
800-minute download.
Downriver.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while.
Why release the Panity if not to delay pursuit? If we were unsure of their guilt before, then this surely proves it.
Yeah.
Before we act, however, Let us regroup with your comrades. Would you mind making the call?
Ring, ring, ring. Banana phone. Do, 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 do.
So when he puts his fingers to his ear, is he doing like an actual phone call? Is it technology? Or is this telepathy? What is going on here?
It is a device that attaches to your ear.
I see. So it is, in fact, a Magitech telephone.
Yeah, essentially. And it is a common device in Eorzea.
Gotcha.
Thanks to Sid. Sid was the one who brought him over. Now, while they do have a very long range, it is not an infinite range.
Right.
You still have to be in relatively the same zone, according to the lore of the game. But the chats that appear in the game are all supposed to be link shells. Alright. So, let me get back to just chatting.
Yep.
Alright, because it's about that time to go. Alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed the little small adventure into, you know, Torali. It was fun. We did a little bit of fun nerd talk, not a lot. Covered a few fun little minor topics. So, we're going to be rating someone called It's Me Queenie. She was in here actually earlier. Mm-hmm. Right now she's playing Call of Duty Warzone. I think she's trying to get her rank up. So if you are one of my many tavern visitors, please use the following raid message. If you are one of my 16 tavern patrons, please use the following raid message. Alright? And join me tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesday, where I will be playing Hades 1. God damn it with the fireball, of course, AP. So I'll be trying Hades for the first time. Hopefully it'll go well. I'm gonna do a stream test before I actually start streaming tomorrow to make sure we don't have the same glitch that we had today.
Yeah.
Because that was a pain in the ass. With that being said, though, make sure you're taking care of yourselves mentally and physically. That's always important. And I know you come to my wonderful, resplendent tavern for the witty banter, but you stay for my fuck-ups. Alright? I'll catch you all tomorrow. Toodles.
Toodles.
Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's life. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive with games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. Oh, Ruby streams with laughter bright. By the glowing screen we set our sight. From fantasy realms to FPS fight, every stream is pure delight. Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's alive. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive with games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. On the ocean wide in the game raft, we build and float through the stormy draft. Gathering scraps, crafting our craft. In Ruby's stream we share a laugh.